Do you have what it takes to be iconic? Is winning in your blood? Do you want to be a winner? Do you want to take it to the next level? Being on a team, winning those championships. It's time to carry on.
Today will not be our last performance together because we will be back tomorrow. Do you hear me? Yeah.
Don't overdo it. Don't underdo it. Just do your job.
I believe that we will. I believe that we will. I believe that we will hit. I believe that we will hit. I believe that we will hit. I believe that we will hit.
Hi, I'm here today with a man who had to trick his mom into a career that he never thought was possible. I'm speaking of the one and only Nathan Palmer. We're talking about an amazing athlete, a fantastic coach, a revolutionary event producer. It's all in this episode of Carry On with Nathan Palmer. So Nathan, thank you for joining us on Carry On Podcast. I'm so excited to have you here talking about all things cheer. For people that don't know your story, can you please tell us how you got into cheer in the whole world of this craziness?
Absolutely. So first off, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm super excited about it. With cheer, I guess with growing up, my mom had us involved in tons of sports. Baseball, my sister was in softball, basketball, volleyball, swimming. Yeah. But I wanted to do that sport over there, cheerleading. So right here in Elgin, there was a team called the Elgin Steelers. I brought my mom a little slip to try out, and she said no. I took it to school because tryouts were after school in the park because it was a rec team.
Yeah, all outside.
Forged her signature and tried out for the team. Didn't know if I was going to make it because they did have cuts back then, and I ended up making the team. I was the only boy on the team, and I fell in love with the sport. When my mom came to practices to pick me up and saw me at competition, she saw how much I loved it. So that was like the jump start for me to get into the industry.
Amazing. Like, yeah. I think everyone has that little start of like, okay, what is this all about? And then they get into it and it becomes just this magical, circus that you're a part of. And cheer is just that. Like, it sucks you in and you become in love with it.
Obsessed.
Yes. Cheer obsessed. Did you ever imagine cheer would become this big part of your life or your career?
Never. Never. I wanted to be a high school English teacher. I loved English growing up. And my mom was like, hey, where are you going to go to school? Like, when I was getting into my senior year, where are you going to go to college next year? And my mind was set on cheer still. So I wanted to move to Georgia and be on Georgia All-Stars, large co-ed. And
I mean, who didn't?
Go to UGA.
Yeah.
And I got into the University of Georgia Southern. And my mom was like, what are you going down here for? Like, what's the plan? And I was like, well, I really want to cheer. Oh, we got to cut that. If you want to cheer still, you got to go to local. You keep it local, go to community college. So that's what I did. I focused, kept it local, focused on cheer still, went to ECC, and fell more in love with the sport. Like, I then cheered at ICE, Bartlett Thunder, and then I started coaching, got into that coaching realm, and it was at Cheer Fusion. So that was in Crystal Lake. So I was like all over Naperville, Crystal Lake, back and forth.
Yeah, all over this area. You're like known. You're Nathan Palmer in this area. It's so great. What is one moment early in your career that changed everything for you, that kind of made you pivot and go into this now competition company side of it?
I would say I feel like the aha moment for me, obviously seeing all the production at those big events growing up.
So amazing.
Never thought that I could be on the actual event side until that kind of just like fell into my lap. That's a crazy story, but that just kind of fell into my lap. But
I feel like you were always meant to do this job. You're so good at it. You're so welcoming to everybody. And I feel like this was something like a calling that you were meant to do.
It's fun. It's fun. I've been in like your shoes, like not as an owner, but in the director part. I've been a coach. And so like my main goal is to run events how I want them when I was a coach. The communication, like you shouldn't have to ask for communication. It should just be given to you. So like I communicate with my customers and
You
make
do.
sure the
You do
events are fun.
such a great job with communication. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that I love best about, talking to you and just getting all that information firsthand. And it's not like having to go and wait for an email for, 10 days for someone to get back to you or whatever. You're so readily available that I think that's what like kind of sets you guys apart from everyone else. It's just you're on it. And I think that like speaks volumes,
Thank you. I do want to say, I feel like my aha moment for cheer, it was Jam Fest Super Nationals. I do not know what year. It was definitely my super senior year, so maybe 2007. And my coaches, Ashley, who now owns Wicked Elite, and Johnny, who works at your gym.
Yeah.
We were in the hallway getting ready for our like practice on Friday, and they pulled me. They were like, "Nathan, come here." And I literally was like, "Oh my God, did I do something?" And my coaches are pulling me into this room, and they were like, "Go in." And I was like, "Okay." Walk in this practice room, and World Cup shooting stars are on the practice mat. The teams like we were just watching, or like they were full blown performing. It was incredible, and I was like, that's when I really fell in love with the sport, like right there in that moment. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we all have that. Like, holy cow, going to Cheersport or going to Jam Fest or going to like those NCA big
Gold
competitions.
Rush.
And Avi, the best one of all the gold rushes. Like, I'm every single time we go there, it's such a, roller coaster of emotions and things like that. But you guys really bring it to life. Like, I feel like you've changed the game. And I love that. And I just want to tell everybody about how much you guys put into what it means for coaches, athletes, their families, gym owners to all be a part of that. And also like the new exciting stuff that you guys have. Like, I don't know that any other event producers are even doing these kind of things. Your Golden Buzzer, even at Pop Grand Nationals, all the things, the new stuff that you guys are handing out as far as athlete gifts. I mean, talk about changing the game.
Yeah, it's hard to keep raising the bar, but we're doing it. We got a lot of cool things planned for this season, too.
It's
I'm
so
excited.
amazing. Can you tell us like where that gold rush kind of came from and how you guys came up with that and how you are going to keep that going and what new things you got going on?
Well, I can't talk about all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Possibly some new locations coming in the future. It was David Owens. Like, he is the creative genius behind Revolutionary Events. Heidi is like she'll tweak the ideas here and there, and she'll like yes or no or let's do it like this. But David is the sets,
The mastermind.
The mastermind. Like, he is amazing. Whenever he says, "I have a new concept," and we're all like, "Tell us, what is it?"
Yeah.
So we have one coming out. Well, we have two coming out this year. You haven't been to one of our events called Jackpot yet, but
I want to go so badly.
they're like baby gold rushes. Like, we give out more jackpots at those events. They're like golden buzzers, but not with the whole, streamers and paid bids.
Yeah.
But like for the fans, it's a super interactive event. The athletes, they turn around right after they perform and the reels start spinning and the crowd's going nuts because they want that team to get a jackpot. But they find out if they hit zero, like live in the moment on the floor.
And see, that's where, like, that's what sets you apart, I feel like. Mundane kind of going to those cheer competitions, but when you make it fun and you have those kind of things, like, they want to know in that moment, like, what's going on, what's happening.
Instant gratification.
100%. And you don't want to wait for awards. You don't want to like go off and spend 3 or 4 hours, have lunch, come back and like, oh, yay, we won. You want to, in that moment, okay, I know I hit zero. I know I won the golden buzzer.
Yes.
Streamers are coming down. I know I won the jackpot.
Yes.
Like, those are the things that people want. Like, especially even in the crowd, because you invest so much time, money, effort, all the things that you want that to come alive in the performances and at that moment.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's why I love your guys' competition company so much. It's just because you take care of everybody and like the parents love it. I've have nothing but great things to say about that.
Thank you.
And you're a huge part of that. So I'm so glad you're here today.
Thank you.
Okay, so a few more questions I have for you. What do you believe separates a good coach from a great coach since you started off coaching after you were an athlete? So kind of want to get your insight on that.
I think a lot of coaches like just see what's like right in front of them versus seeing like the big picture, seeing the little details, seeing the girl in the corner, not just seeing the people who are in the 3 panels in front of you. When I coached, I was a coach like this, like watching a routine, turn my head sideways. I don't know why I did that, but I would also look from the side of the floor. So I kind of had like a good view of like everything like that. But you do see a lot of coaches like tilt their heads aside, and that was me. But I'm a big picture coach. I see like, okay, we're going to scale it back and build it up to this versus like, okay, we have our routine. Now let's just clean, focus. So I think coaches who like see the big picture, that's what makes you a great coach. Like you see everything.
Yeah, when you can take a step back and you can look at it from a different point of view and you can see all the little intricacies of the routine that you wouldn't pay attention to because you're focusing on the stunts or the tumbling or whatever it is, when you can kind of like see all of that and how it goes together mostly, I think that brings out the best coaching in people, you know?
It's just like knowing how to push the athletes to that next level in like a healthy way. So like it's all about like give and take with coaching, as you know, like it's.
Oh yeah. Mostly taking.
Right. Not miss that.
Yes. Do you miss coaching?
No.
Okay.
And I get my fill and my fix on the event side, like making sure the medals are laid out right, making sure the warm-up mats are clean and ready to go when they walk in. There's water backstage, getting cups backstage for those athletes. The little things, like that's where I still pay attention to. David's really big on like the show before the show. So when you walk into our events, it's not like, oh, we're just here at a cheer competition. You feel like you're at Gold Rush, like with the huge backdrops and all the signage and the parents with the wristbands, gold, everything's branded everywhere. You see it, and then you walk in to even warm-ups, and you're getting your pictures taken when you walk into warm-ups, and it's just like a production from start to finish. So like I just love focusing on those little details because they make a big difference at the end.
Huge impact. Like the athletes from the first moment that you walk in, like you said, they're taking the photos and that's a big moment for them, right before you go and you go into warm ups and sometimes they're a little bit freaked out, that kind of like a little bit calms them down. Yes. Like take a chill pill. Here we go. We're going to line up for our photos. Like, and then obviously that gives them, something to look forward to at the end too. Oh, let's go check out our stuff. Like, how did we do? It's something. You guys pay attention to all the little details, and I love that. So I wanted to know also, how do you handle difficult conversations with it either being with, the coaches that day were not happy about something, a gym owner, having a few questions, or even a competitor kind of coming at you with things like that's a lot to deal with. And
it happens all the time. But just first off, a change of environment, either going into that score review box, going into a separate room where we can just sit and talk and tell me what's going on. I want to fix this. I want to make this better for you. Like I authentically want everyone to have the best experience possible when they come to our events. I know I can't please everyone. I know Heidi tells me that all the time because I'm just such a people pleaser, but like, you're not going to make everyone happy, but I can hear your concerns. I want you to at least walk away from that conversation feeling heard and cared about. And then if we need to escalate this or talk about it more after the event, let's do that. But it happens all the time, whether people are upset about scores, placements, prizes running out, name it. Like there's just like always something. But it's at the end of the day, I'm like, it's just cheerleading.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
And as long as those athletes are happy, that's at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I feel like you're great at pivoting in the moment, which is key to a lot of things. Like if you had an athlete that's running late and you're freaking out about warm-ups or whatever, I think it's just great to be able to pivot. Okay, we'll put you after this person, or we'll put you in this hall. We'll go here. We're going to get those out mailed to you. We ran out of, whatever it is. We'll get those to you. Make sure we get our address. It's so comforting knowing that, we can go to you guys and be like, hey, this happened. And even if in the moment you can't do anything, that like you're going to come there and it's going to be made right for sure.
We're all about making it right. Whatever is in the best interest for the athletes, always.
Yes. I love that. All right. So what has been, do you think, your proudest moment in your career?
That's a really good one. So I know I always hate talking about like Gold Rush, but in Chicago specifically, I have been in that building in the Renaissance as an athlete, as a coach, and now as an event producer. And it was my first year, so 3 years ago, I was at that event, going down the elevator at like 5:30 in the morning. And as soon as the doors closed, I started like fixing myself in the glare and like the reflection, fixed my name tag. And I was like, oh my God, I've totally been here before. It's like I had like almost like a full circle moment. And I was like so proud of myself. Like, look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so that was a big one for me. And the event was amazing. And then being able to run a hall for our company at the All-Star World Championships is huge. So at the biggest event, the biggest cheerleading event in the world,
Yes.
being able to run a hall successfully, it was just, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. Like
Yeah.
when that last team's on the floor and you didn't have any injuries throughout the day, no one threw up on the floor. Those are like the biggest celebrations. You were like, okay, guys, last team, talking to judges, make this good feedback.
Yes. Yes.
Like script everything. All right, good job, guys. Last one. So
I think that, yeah, that's so fulfilling too. You know, you're like, okay, we made it through this huge event. I mean, huge is not even an enormous event with so much setup, so much behind the scenes stuff that you have to get ready. I mean, I'm in awe all the time when I go back into warm ups and I'm just like, holy cow, the logistics of this and getting everything set up. And I just can't imagine the man hours and everything that goes into it.
Shout out to Paul Lewis.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
you guys make it look flawless, you know, and that's why I'm so in love with Open Championships and all of the IEPs and everything. I just think they've truly in the past few years have just made this industry really take a look at how they do things and how are we going to make this experience better for everybody. So kudos to you guys. Like,
Thank you.
I love that. So I want to take my athletes and my parents and my coaches to events like that because I mean you do like you put in so many hours, like so much time, so much effort, so much money, so many things that like you want to go to some place where they're gonna appreciate good cheerleading and you know it's I just love it. So what would you say one of your biggest failures is and what did it teach you?
I've had so many like throughout my like coaching career, personal life, and every time it's like what I tell myself, I give myself time to cry and I let it all out. And after I'm done crying, my problems are still going to be there. So like, I'm just like such a problem solver that it's just like, keep moving forward. Don't stop moving. So like, no matter what happens, I love to say that I don't let grass grow under my feet. I always have a plan A, a plan B, and a backup plan for A and B as well. So it's like, just keep moving. Stay focused.
You guys are always
determined.
prepared. Like I would say that is one of the best qualities is you're always prepared. Like same thing. I always have an A, B, and C backup, and you have to
Backup for the backups.
1,000%. This is a good question for you. Who has been the biggest influence or mentor in your life? You know, it can be anything, not even cheer related, but yeah.
It's not actually. My mom. And I know that's like so cliche to say, but a single mom my entire life, strong woman. She moved us like out from the city when we were toddlers out here to Elgin, to the suburbs, and was by herself. She had no support, like her mom, her sister, her dad, her brothers, everybody in the city. And she was out on her own, and she made sure my sister and I both had a great education. She worked multiple jobs. There were times, we went to her job with her just to sit there and you're going to read this book, sit here and be quiet while I vacuum this building.
Yeah.
She had to make extra money. And so now it's just nice. It was I know this is not part of the question, but this Easter, This past Easter, I took my family to Disney World for the first time ever. They actually live in Florida, and I've been there so many times because of cheerleading. But to have my grandmother, my mom, my niece, and my sister all together in Disney World, like, it was amazing. Like, my grandma and my niece crying at Beast. I took them to be our guests for lunch.
Oh,
they
how
were crying.
fun.
My mom and I taking pictures, eating beignets. Like, it was just the most perfect day. And I love, like, honoring my mom, and she's amazing. It's my twin, my best friend.
Moms are the backbone of everything.
Everything.
You know, they do it all, and they make it look easy, which is very difficult. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's tough.
The single mamas don't get enough credit. So
Yes.
Sharon did it. Love you, Mom.
No, she's gonna love this, and I'm sure she's so proud of you. Like, that's just a great moment to give, your family, and go down there and know that, I could provide, and I could do this, and I can take them here, and it just got to be.
It was amazing.
Yeah, so fulfilling. Oh, okay. I'm gonna ask you, what keeps you motivated after all of these years being in this industry, going through, all the ups and downs, the just the craziness that this cheer industry brings. What do you think motivated you?
That's a really good question. Because sometimes I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I doing cheerleading and not playing football in the NFL right now? I'm big enough to play.
Yeah, literally.
I would say just honestly the love for the sport. All levels of it. High school, like the game day, high school. Illinois is its own beast when it comes to high school cheerleading. It's like all-star, but on dead mat.
Yes.
And then
it's a different
in
beast.
Florida, it was very like that UCA style, which I love, the game day, sideline, like it just every avenue of cheerleading is just so much fun.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love this sport, and I love, what it turns the athletes out to be when they get older, like what it trains them to be when they get older, like strong, independent, like people, humans.
Charismatic.
Yes.
Like, they just definitely, I think they come out being a different human than when they came in. And that's kind of like, at the end of the day, that's what you want. Like, those people to be the best people they can be. And, it just comes from like, to even coming to practice on time, coming to, competitions, being ready to go. All those things lead into that.
Done.
1000%. Oh man. No, that's good. I do love that you care about like the kids too, the athletes. It's just so refreshing. It's not just, putting on a competition and you guys, making money and all that kind of thing. I feel like that is almost the least thing that you guys are worried about or think about.
We've actually spent the last month going back and forth on prizes. Like, what do they want? Like, do they want this? Do they want that? And I'm like, well, they hated the jacket at Pop Grand Nationals last year. All the parents loved it. The kids hated it. But I'm like, what should we get them? Like, it's like, we really care. Like, we go into detail of are they going to use this? Is this going to be something they just throw away? It's like, we're putting some good thought behind what we actually give to these athletes. All the way down to the medals. Oh my God, the medals we're creating this year. Ooh, so cute.
Aww, I'm so excited. Yes. And now that I have, my one that just graduated, I'm looking at all of that stuff, and, we're putting it all out on display for graduation party. And I'm just looking at all the cool things that, you get over the years, and you can display that out there. Like the jackets, the medals, you guys are over the top with your stuff, which is great. The jerseys, I know that they wear those a lot. So they love the jerseys, love the jackets. And it's just you want them to be able to use it later. So if it's like a fanny pack or a backpack, you want to, some of these, as you probably, if you've ever gotten an NCA backpack or, something like that, you're like, okay, I'm going to wear this. And I'm going to, until it starts getting holes in it and my cheer shoes are falling out, I'm going to use this. Just gives them a sense of pride and like, hey, I went there, I did that. And they have the little streamers kind of tied to it. That's just like, hey, I'm walking in
love
and
seeing
I
that.
won something. Like I was a part of something huge and big. And they're just, it's exciting. What are some of the biggest changes that you've seen in the cheer industry overall? Because you've been an athlete, you've been a coach, now you're event producer. So what would you say would be kind of one of the biggest changes that you've seen?
I feel like overall in cheerleading, I would say the cleanliness of it. Like we were just, almost felt like a free for all looking back at old school videos of what stuff we used to do. But I would say the scoring and the safety parts have like definitely tightened up a lot more. Safety meaning like all the rules and regulations that are put into place, to keep everybody safe.
Right. Not doing stuff out of level, all of that.
I think both parties are now like, there's so many more, all the rubrics are way more defined now. So everything is clear as day versus used to be able to get away with stuff in the past.
Yeah.
Because there was just like a gray line.
It was like throw in the
line.
kitchen sink and hope that it hits and we'll get a good score.
Like there's a reason why they say you have to have like a arm to arm or hand to hand connection for like brace flips because people have used ponytails in the past. And
Right.
crazy
Totally.
stuff.
And you don't want, someone to fall and get a concussion and then
Yeah.
who knows, their career might be over,
And that part too, just like the athlete safety. Like we've taken that, like you used to just get bumped. You good? Okay, get some water, come back, shake it off, you're fine. Now it's like, okay, let's go over here, let's sit in a dark room.
Right.
Or let's go sit in the office, let's call your mom. Like my mom never knew when I got hit in the head when I cheered. Like she's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I just got a little hit today. Okay, you're fine, shake it off. Like unless I was like my ankle was sprained or broken. Like
Well, and I love that they put all those things in place because then like we're the ones, on the ground putting these, routines together. So we don't want anybody hurt in our gym either. So I'm kind of glad they did that. Although I got to say, I'm coaching level 1 this year and all of the bracing things I want to like lose my mind with, but I get it. And I see what they're saying, but it's like, are we going too far the other way kind of thing? But it's just making my life a little bit hard.
I think both sides have done so, and I say both sides meaning like either like the United or USASF sides from like the ruling or like the OCS side. Like I know Craig Hallmark is like an open door policy. So like you need to submit videos for approval. Like they both offer that kind of software where you can just submit your routines or submit your stunt sections and get that like, that's legal, that's illegal. Like get that video so even before you put it on the floor, you're good to go. So
even
those
from day one,
tools,
while creating the stunts, while you're in choreography or you're in stunt choreography, that's the key, Make sure you're not teaching it wrong for 6 months and then you get there and you're like, oh, shoot. Now we got to go change those scripts. We got to go, and then you're in the heart of comp season, so you can't be doing those kind of things.
You'd be so surprised on how many people don't utilize those things.
It's
Free
crazy.
resources.
It's right there for you. It's
Free.
at your fingertips. Like
Free.
literally, you're already taking videos. Like, let's be real. Just send that
Submit
in.
it.
Send that in. Be
then
like,
you're good to
hey,
go.
what do you think? And then sometimes they'll like really like come back with a lot of detailed stuff where I wasn't really asking about that, but I'm really glad you said that. I'm really glad that you saw that and now you're giving me the feedback on that. Cause I don't want to, go out there and they're like, oh, this is wrong. This is this is that. I'd rather know ahead of time and fix it in these growing pains that we're feeling right now.
Bless you
Putting these
for level 1.
Oh my
And
goodness.
sorry in advance for your schedule in Chicago. You're going to be there all day now.
Yes. And I already got a room I did. Last year I did not. And I was scrambling at the last minute and I wanted a room so badly and they were sold out. And I was just like, I when you start there at, 6 a.m. and you're there till 9 o'clock at night, you're like, I can't even fathom walking to my car right now. But so I already got a room for that. We are set.
That event literally, we sold out of doubles already last week.
Wow.
I called the hotel and our travel partner and I was like, so do you have any more doubles like on hold somewhere? They were like, the only ones on hold are your staff ones. So unless you're giving those up. And I was like, no, we're going to keep those. But that event's going to sell out again. Like it's already registration's filling up fast.
That is so good.
Crazy.
So good and so exciting because I feel like you're getting more. I mean, just this area, they just love that. And so you're going to see a lot more teams. I feel like they're so excited to come to something like that you're just going to like, you're opening up the floodgates to those people coming in. They're seeing some good stuff and they want to be a part of it, you know?
Exactly.
Where do you think All-Star Cheer is headed in the next 5 years?
I think honestly, it's gonna where we are right now with it is where it's gonna be. I do feel that we have to be careful, like financially, with our side specifically of the industry. The scholastic side is, in a sense, free because it's through the schools or a public school that may offer cheerleading for free. So the athletes don't have to pay anything, and they can do harder. They can do level 5 skills. They're a level 3 athlete. They can go to high school and do level 5, level 6, almost level 6 skills
Right.
on their school team and get recognition wearing their uniform to school, game days, all the fun stuff. So I feel like the all-star side just has to be careful with like fees and prices because we're going to like hit that max where people can't afford it. And then we're going to start losing more athletes out of the all-star side of it. So I am nervous about that. I talk about it all the time because I am like the sales director for Revolutionary Events. So I'm talking to these coaches day in and day out, hearing what they need for their programs and what their plans are for the season.
Yeah.
And that means, all the way from the summertime through the end of season, whether you're going to the All-Star World Championship, Prep and Grand Nationals, the small program Mega Nationals, or if you're going to Summit or D2 Summit, or joining us in the Bahamas this year, or both.
Yes.
So like I am always talking to them about like what their plans are and how they can save money competing at Revolution. So like we personally, I know that we haven't raised our rates in 3 seasons. We had to stay the same because we saw like where the industry was going, and it's like you can only pay so much money for a 1-day event for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
1,000%. I mean,
just some lights and a backdrop. Like you can't pay $100+ for that. Mm-hmm. It's not. And then the parents are paying $40, $50 at the door sometimes. That's a lot of money.
Right.
For 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we got to be careful on this side. But I do see that staying like right where it is. I would love to see the industry, being more supportive of each other and being more like a united front together. I hate the whole like, oh, you go there and we go here. No, we're going to cheerleading competitions. That's all it is. And you're choosing to go to that one and I'm choosing to go to this one. That's all it is. But
and it would be nice too if the rubrics kind of aligned a little bit better and the age grid. Just because, if you want to have that variety and you want to go to both, like make it a little bit easier for the coaches and gym owners to be like, okay, we're going to go here for this one. We're going to go here for this one. And it's not like you kind of got to choose a lane where I feel like almost now you kind of are choosing a lane based off of that rubric. But yeah, I can see that coming together and joining a big force that is like on the same path as making it a great athlete experience. Like, I think that's what it's all about. So tell me more about Bahamas. We're going international.
we are.
I love it. Okay. What is happening with that?
So it all kicked off because we went on a staff retreat. And Heidi and David took us, like every year we do a random staff retreat. This year we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it, but going from cruise to the Tulsa. I love you guys. I promise I'm excited. But so we were on our staff retreat, and obviously one of our stops was Nassau. So what we were just going to do a tour of the place and then get water park passes to just hang out all day. And when we were there, we fell in love with the property.
Oh, it's amazing.
What I'm great at with these venues is like negotiating rates. So like immediately after our tour, right when we got back home from the retreat, I got on the phone with a contact there and we immediately started negotiating hotel rooms, the ballroom space, F&B numbers, the wristband to just go to the water park like was $195 a person.
Okay.
And we got that for dirt cheap, like under $50.
Which
put
is
into your
so,
stay.
yes.
Like, and it's
all of those things add up though, and so if you can do that and you can get those rates down and you can help out families that want to do these kind of competitions,
it's just
like
a fun,
it's huge.
And it's not like, we're not even calling it like an end of season, but it's just a fun destination experience.
Yes.
And it's not going to be some like crazy off the wall production, no streamers or buzzers. We're partnered up with MCDA. We love Kim and her crew, and then Bravo and Cheerstar. So Chris Henson and Ryan Stenson.
Yeah.
So we're partnered up with all of those other EPs, and it's going to be a fun time. And we're going to all be on a catamaran somewhere in the
Yes,
Caribbean. I'm excited.
enjoying the sun. I love the destination part of it because even when we went to Frisco, Texas, I feel like that was one of our parents' best competitions that we've ever been to. And not to say that, the Gold Rush, like the competition part, but just the venue itself, where we were located, the hotels, the restaurants, all of those things
perfect.
kind of play into it. So you want to be able to, like, if you're going to travel and you're going to take your family and you're going to go somewhere and spend all that money, you want to be able to, like, go to someplace fun and do all the touristy stuff if you can, or even just be near, a lot of things that are like, hey, we can hop on over here and look at this. Or
Yeah. That whole area at the Star is like perfect. Like free parking. So people who are driving in, just park in one of those garages. Like there's like 6 of them around. Tons of restaurants. The hotel options are there. The field is beautiful. And when we have good weather, it's chef's kiss.
Oh, last year was just amazing. Yes. Every day it was sunny, nice. It was not raining. I mean, you could go out on that little football field that they have in front. And then just to see all the other stuff that they have going on there at the Ford Center, sometimes it's like, oh, this is where.
It's like the Dallas Cowboys for real.
Yes.
Like, and whenever I call them and talk to them, they're like, oh, yeah, this is Kelsey from the Cowboys. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm talking to the Cowboys.
Yes, right?
Fangirling.
Yeah, and you get to see all that stuff there and just know that, hey, all these other people are going there too, kind of like gives you the feels a little bit.
Whenever we did our walkthrough of the facility, it was in the summer. It was like September a few years back. And they do a full walkthrough. This is the space you'll have. And we were all on like the main field, just out there talking, and myself and Heidi and Lindsay, who's our social media, our marketing director, we're like just walking and talking, and we get to these doors, and so like you remember where the score review room was?
Yes.
The other side of that, we were just walking through these doors, and they just opened up. So we just like kept walking, and that was the Cowboy side, and we had no idea, and we went out to like all the way through to their 2 practice fields, and we were like, oh my God, this is like real. And they were like, you can't be out here. We're like, we didn't know. We're on a tour.
Yes.
We didn't know. But it was just amazing. Like, I was like, Heidi, she's like, keep walking. Keep walking.
Oh my God,
it was
how
crazy
fun.
when we saw the players in there, and it was cool.
Yes, that kind of stuff. Like you can take the tours through there. You can see where everyone
Certain
else.
parts through there.
But yeah, that's what makes it, that much more fun. Like, yes, the competition's great and like whatever, but when you can like have it at a place where you can also do some things as a family, or go to like some place that you would never even think of, they have like, I have so many things, the aquarium, this, that. I mean, it's cool that you guys think of those things to where like, if we wanted to go do something, hey, we could pop on over here and see this, where you wouldn't necessarily ever do that. So that's fun.
It makes it a fun family trip.
Yes. And not just like, oh, we have to go to a cheer comp, or like,
Do I have to go? The dads don't even want to go. But now that they're in
the
Cowboys headquarters, they want to go.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of dads. And the dads that didn't go missed out, and they had FOMO. And so a lot of dads are like, oh, I'm on board with this one. Like, I'll come here. And it's nice because it's like February and you just need some sun.
Especially when we're coming from the north. Like when we're coming from Chicago, even me, trust me, I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to get to Dallas. Like, I need at least 60, 70 degrees. Like,
just
I'll
be
take
outside.
60. I'll take 60.
Yep. Just to be out. I can sit outside all day. So I'm loving it.
I just got LASIK surgery what is it now, like 4 or 5 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And
Are you
best
loving
decision I've made my entire life.
Literally.
The best decision I've made my entire life is to get LASIK. I literally went in for a consultation. And I went in for a consultation. I was like, why not? Stupid TikTok got me. I'm like laying in bed and this lady is sitting up and she looks up and she can see the clock. And I'm like, I need that.
Yeah.
I don't have terrible vision, but it's not crisp. It's not clear. And so I go in. They're like, you're a perfect candidate for it. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, we can do it today. And I'm like, okay, so I've already been here for like 40 minutes. Like, how long is this going to be? They're like, 10 minutes. That's all it takes. So as soon as I said yes, they did all the financial stuff, put some eye drops in my eyes, and gave me 2 Tylenol PMs. Took the Tylenol PMs. They were like, that's going to take the edge off. And I'm like, am I going to fall asleep on the table?
Right.
Not. Like, so they just put me on the table, and the table starts moving under, cuts my cornea. A smell, no one tells you about the smell you smell, but you smell the burning. And then you see him pull the cornea back over your eyes. So like, because your eye's like locked open, you can't move it. And you just see him just wiping your eye. And I'm like, okay. And then they sit you up, and I was waiting for that moment. Carrie, I was waiting for the moment on TikTok.
Yeah.
To sit up and look at the clock and be like, I can see. They handed me my bag and were like, we'll see you on Monday. I was like, what? And I was like, I can't see anything. Like, I have to call my Uber. You guys set me up.
Yeah.
What is this? And then you're supposed to go home and you sleep for 4 hours, and you wake up and you can see. I had to sleep in some goggles and then give myself some eye drops. But when I woke up at 1 a.m, I was like, oh my gosh. I went to my balcony and was like, I can see everything.
Right.
I can see the sign says Jewel Osco.
That is so funny because I got LASIK when I was like 25, 26, something around there. But so when I had it done, it was that was a long time ago, like 20 years ago, whatever. But same thing. So, they have all the people lined up, and you're sitting in the chair and you're the next one. It's kind of like just like a assembly line kind of thing.
Factory.
Yes, right? So I go in there and I'm just like kind of a little bit nervous, but the people that went before me, they like tell you how many seconds they actually laser your eye for. And so some of them were like, oh, it was like 14 seconds on my eye. Oh, it was like 20 seconds. Like, I'm thinking, oh, okay. Like, all right. Dude, I go in there and my one eye was 50 seconds. I'm blind. I was blind as a bat. Yes. I swear I had like the most like amount that you could have. I don't even know. I'm like,
50 seconds. Just like,
I was thinking like, okay, are you guys done? Like, I was thinking like, 7 seconds, whatever. No, he's like 52 seconds. I'm like, oh my God, did you just burn my whole eye off?
Seriously. This one's like the first, whatever eye they do first is the worst because you don't know what to expect.
Yes.
Like, just keep staring at the green light. That's all I had to do. And
Yeah.
mine was laser, and it was done. So like 3 seconds, I guess.
Oh my God.
That's all mine was.
No.
50 seconds.
I was literally
You
blind.
smelled the smell then. It was smoking in there.
Like, I think they had to open a window. Not even kidding. They were probably like, this girl.
Like, we're hitting brain at this point. 50 seconds. Jesus.
Literally. I don't even know. That's what made me buy
funny.
the cheer gym. I lost my mind for a hot second. It got burnt off.
But wait, they did say nearsighted because my mom lost nearsighted right away after her LASIK. So they did tell me that I will lose it because it just happens with age.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like I'm at the point now where like I could still read and obviously everything, but like when if I move it away, that looks a little bit better.
right? Crispy.
See what you have to look forward to?
I know. I can't wait.
You're like, shoot, I just got this done. That's not fun
I'll
to
get some
look
cute
at.
readers. I'll still do that though.
I'm really, really curious. How important is culture in building your successful competition company that you work for?
It's extremely important. And it starts at the top. I know I talked a lot about Heidi and David, but they do such a great job creating such a great culture within our brands. And it's so infectious from the top that it just spreads down to our employees, spreads down to our event staff, even the venues we go to. They know how we are at revolutionary events. They know what we want at revolutionary events. all the way to our customers. They know what to expect from revolutionary events. So culture's everything. We are big on like focus on us. We don't care what everybody else is doing. We love doing collaborations with other event producers, sharing weekends, and keeping it cheap for our customers. Again, always thinking about like, well, hey, if we do one event on Saturday, we'll do another one on Sunday. They get 2 different experiences. We save money on rentals. Let's do this. Like,
Yes.
but yeah, culture it's really everything. Like, and that goes for everybody. Like for you as a gym owner, like the culture in your gym, staying in your bubble, and focusing on iconic and.
Yeah, you almost got to have those blinders on at a lot of times because you can't be worrying about what they're doing down the street or who's doing stuff in a different state or, you just gotta do your thing, which you guys are so great at, and just keep pushing forward and make sure that,
And I know, and naturally you'll see, with your blinders, like what your competitors are doing, but like you just it's all about you.
Yes.
And I'm so proud to, be a part of a company that's proud to have me,
Yeah.
loves me, so.
Yeah, and I think also having all of those things in place, such as like the like you said, comes from the top down. So having those people in place that you can go to, that you can bring your ideas to, that can listen to you, that can you can have those collaborative conversations with them. I think that's super important, and just making everybody feel like they're a part of it, and that they have a say in everything. So and that's kind of, how I am as a gym owner too. Like you have to make everyone, even your coaches, even your office staff, your athletes, make them feel like they have a say and that they are important to the whole idea of,
Yes.
what you're doing and how you're doing it. And yeah, everyone
take
needs to
pride
be
in
on
it.
board.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So I am so excited. I do this at a lot of my podcasts. Some fun rapid fire questions for you, Nathan. So get prepared.
Dun, dun, dun. Cue music.
Yes. Do. Favorite competition venue?
Honestly,
Now, rapid fire.
sorry, I know, but there were so many. Wish you could give me like a region.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I loved it. Like as an athlete, I'm going for that Navy Pier.
Fun. Yes. Okay. What early morning practices or late night practices?
Early morning.
What do you like better?
Early morning, all day. I'm a morning
Okay.
person. I will do a 6 a.m. practice all day long.
Okay. All right. What's your coffee order?
Mango dragon fruit with lemonade.
Okay. Noted.
Light inclusions.
Oh, cute. Okay. Favorite motivational quote?
Shoot. Oh my gosh, I always have so many too.
I know. Rapid fire's
Oh my
hard.
gosh, yeah, it's really hard. I don't hear the buzzer ever. My favorite motivational quote. I wish I had my phone right now because I have so many on there. Ah. Pass.
Pass. We'll go back to it. One word that describes today's cheer industry.
Competitive.
Good. Okay. If you weren't involved in cheer, what career do you think you would have?
Event planning in a hotel. So I'll be a hotel event coordinator.
Me and you would. Okay. So that's what I wanted to do.
It's fun.
I wanted to be a wedding event planner.
How much fun would that be?
Literally,
love
it's like
dealing
the
with the
best day of your life.
bridezilla,
Like
the
I know.
mom.
Yeah. It would be a lot of drama and
love
questions and a lot of things.
Yes. I love it.
Same.
A little drama is not too bad. Like I love it. And then you're gone.
Yeah.
Okay. And I get the next one.
Yes. And then
It's
they
amazing.
come in with all of their ideas, and then that would be my dream. Okay.
Event planning and hotel.
Me and you
Yeah.
about
do
to
it.
be some wedding planners.
Let's do it.
Okay. So what one skill that you wish as an athlete that you could do that you didn't?
Confidence with tumbling. So I know you said skill, but
Yeah.
I could, but just I had zero confidence in it. Like I was a big boy. And Ashley, shout out to Ashley McMullen from Wicked Elite. I know she's going to be watching this because I'm going to tell her to.
Yes.
Was spotting me on tumbling. Johnny Buckley was spotting me on tumbling.
Yeah.
So I just wish I had the confidence to just do it. And
Yeah.
some people, boys just like flip over. And I've just been in the sport long enough where I've seen people just do that and get hurt. So
Yeah.
I'm terrified of it.
Well, my son plays football, and at the end, his celebration thing is to do a back tuck. And of course, being in the gym, like I'm sure he, has been on the trampoline and stuff like that. And like his sisters are obviously athletes, whatever. But yeah, he just goes and he does a back tuck. I'm just like, how do boys just automatically just know how to do this stuff? There comes, I feel like, so easily to them. I don't know. It's crazy.
Not me.
Yes. Okay. So also since we're on this topic, most underrated position on a team.
The back spot. I feel like everyone wants to be a flyer, or I'm a main base, or I'm a side. Like the back spot is like in charge of the stunt.
Yes.
The back spot drives that stunt. So like, and the back spot can make or break a stunt. So I think back spot is most underrated, or side base, I guess. But back spot.
I agree. 100%. And I just saw a TikTok recently, and it was like, don't call your stunt group by the flyer. You call your stunt group by the back spot. Just because they're in control of the whole, stunt. They, like you said,
Like
they make or
Nathan's
break
group.
it.
I'm like, you're right. Nathan's group. This is my group. Like,
Yeah.
Because you can have like a weaker base if you have like a strong back spot behind. And if you have a weaker back spot,
Yeah.
good luck. Like,
Really? No, for real. Holy cow. Okay. A couple more. What music are you currently listening to?
Lady Gaga on the way here.
For real.
Her soundtrack from The Devil Wears Prada 2 was so good. So I was jamming out to it on the way here.
Aww. Okay, so what? I know that you guys have several end of season events. What would you say is your favorite end of season event that OCS does?
And it for sure has to be the All-Star World Championship. It's just nothing. There's nothing else like that. Like that, the production that they do. Like David was talking about it earlier this week. Like some ideas he thought like they were going to have for production, and I was like, you guys just like always like, even when they don't feel like they're outdoing themselves, they're outdoing themselves.
Yeah.
And it just.
Well, you got to keep them wanting to come back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to come up with that, like, oh, what's the next thing? You guys do such a great job with that. Like, hey, the feedback that you guys allow people to make, like parents, athletes, gym owners, like coaches. It's amazing because then you just take all that and like, hey, I'm going to pull out some of the best stuff because, yeah, it's all a collaboration. Like someone else might have a phenomenal idea that you've never even thought about. And, they'll tell you, hey, why don't you guys do this? And you're like, oh, dang, that's great. Okay, we're going to take that and run with it.
We do. Every year, it's like the ticketing gets better, the registration process gets better, the scheduling process gets like, there's always things that like improve every season. And I think what people have to realize too, like this was like the 6th season, I think of it, or 7th. I'm not sure. The 6th or 7th season, 6, 7.
Yeah, 6, 7. Kind of runs together,
Right, of the event. And so it's still in its like baby stages. It's growing, and when it hits that the well-oiled machine status, it's gonna be untouchable, and it already is. Like there's no other event doing production like this across 5 or 6 halls. Like it's not happening.
I agree. And I love the fact that you guys incorporate D1 and D2. It's not separate. I just feel like, hey, if you're going out there and you have best of the best. You have a gym of 30 or you have a gym of 200,
Cheerleading is cheerleading.
1,000%. I love that.
Yeah. I know. I was just stuck on the motivational quote. I was sitting over here thinking, and I was like, oh my God, perception is reality. But I'm like, that's not motivational. I always say that to people to be sarcastic. But then I'm like, don't stop believing. I'm like, oh, what is a motivational quote that I could use? Like, what am I going to say? So I'm going to go with don't stop believing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's true though. Okay. So final question. If every coach, athlete, and parent listening today could take one message from Nathan Palmer, what would that message be?
Have fun and enjoy every moment. I think we all take every event for granted, whether it's the first one of the season, the showcase. Like enjoy those moments. Like whenever I take a step back and really like the coaches, you all see me running around the event all the time. Like from awards here and there, I take time backstage to like just look at the athletes and listen to what they're saying backstage and take some time to just like watch a routine and go to the coach's room and sit down and just listen to you all, talk to you, just enjoy the moment because they all fly by and we can't get them back. So just slow down, enjoy every moment, enjoy every practice, even though, for the athletes, all those extra practices stink sometimes. Yeah. But
then it's
done
gone. In a blink of an eye and we're on to the next thing. And yeah, you don't really truly take that time to process it, enjoy it, feel it, take that moment in and just like sit with it for a minute and be like, okay, we did that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yes.
So
we just have such like we're in a unique sport, it's not like anything else. We don't get a halftime, timeouts, all that stuff. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
So like all the practices, the burpees, bear crawls, all that crap.
Right.
I don't like doing it either.
No. Yeah.
But just enjoy it. Even on the event producer side, just like it's nice to like take a step back and just like, oh, this is going.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
Yeah. And it's worth all of those things that like happen along the way. The little like, oh shoot, I'm having this floor delivered and it's not here and I'm doing this and doing that. But like, yeah, it's easily, you're able to get caught up in those things. And I just feel like you gotta step back and take it all in and be like, okay, we did that. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what we put out there. And I just want to thank you so much for being here with me today and sharing all your good vibes. And yeah.
Thank you for having me. And yeah, it was fun. Yay.
Yay.